Have any of you guys heard of Lisa Leslie? Well, on July 30th, 2002, she was the first female athlete to dunk a basketball in an official WNBA basketball game. Dunking meaning shooting the basketball downwards by getting your hands above the rim. This seems like an incredible feat, yet not a lot of people know about it. In high school, I was given an opportunity to play on the varsity level as a freshman, and so did my sister. When I was on the team, people were like, "Oh, good job, what a great accomplishment. You must be really good then." When my sister made the team, however, not a lot of people knew about it. And when they found out she made the team, they were just like, "Oh, she made the team as a freshman on varsity because she was a girl. It's easier if you're a girl." Now in my kinesiology class, we're learning about women in sport and the unfairness they get, the lack of respect they receive, the lack of coverage the women's sports get, and the constant sexualization the female athletes receive. Now, the first point is the lack of respect. This ties to the idea that girls, they're not as athletic as the boys. And athleticism, it plays a huge role in the sport itself. In basketball, for example, by doing fancy tricks and dunking the basketball, it is what excites the crowd and brings entertainment to the fans. However, female athletes, they have a hard time doing these fancy tricks and dunking the basketball in the game because they're not athletic enough to do it. To further this point, Sean Corson from the book Sport and Film says, "Sport, it has historically been concerned with the glorification of masculinity and the male body. By masculinity, he refers to the qualities such as strength, height, and power, which mainly male athletes possess. As such, women have continuously challenged and break this perception that sport belongs to men." In addition, the next main point is the lack of coverage. From the winning documentary, Media Coverage and Female Athletes, it states that 40% of athletes are actually female, yet only 2 to 4% of the media coverage is dedicated to women's sport. This is such a small percentage for such a large population of female athletes. The efforts and hard work these professional female athletes are putting in, they're not being awarded. These female athletes, they're training their game, they're playing in the games, and they're given the title as a professional, but they're not as well known or as popular as the male athletes like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, or Ronaldo. And lastly, the last point is the sexualization of female athletes. This is the idea, there's an idea that women athlete, they're actually awarded for their sex appeal rather than their accomplishment or skill set in the sport. An example would be Anna Kournikova. She was a former tennis player. She was a former tennis player, but she was not known for her tennis skills, but rather than her beauty. From CNN, it states that any teenager who had a Kournikova poster would tell you how the beautiful young woman transcended tennis. Construction workers, business people, they were all watching tennis. This shows that Kournikova, she had a lot of fans from various ages, working different places, all watching her play. But they're not there to watch her play tennis. They were there because of her beauty. They want to see her play because she's beautiful. Another example would be tennis journalist Ben Rothenberg. He states that she got a lot more attention and a lot more endorsement than players who were better than her. Like Anna Kournikova's accomplishment in tennis and her skill sets was one thing. It is what made her a professional, but what the public and the companies care about was actually her beauty, because that is what brings her spectators and what generates revenue for the company. As you can see, women are being treated unfairly in sport. There's a lack of respect for the athletes, a lack of coverage for the women in sport, and also the constant sexualization of the female athletes. My sister worked hard, like these professional athletes, but they're all not deserving the respect they should get. Thank you.